powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. With the saying, we welcome you all on behalf of the management members and principal for the seminar on National Educational Policy 2020, organized by the Department of Mathematics CA along with Institution Innovation Council. A life of joy and happiness is possible only on the basis of knowledge and science. I'm glad to introduce one such personality, Dr. L. Ranjit, Assistant Professor and Head, PG and Research Department of Social Work, NGM College, Pollachi, as a chief guest. We welcome you, sir. Dr. L. Ranjit is presently guiding 5 PhD scholars and 1 MPhil scholars. He has also served as a research guide for more than 70 PG students. He had also worked in 2 major research projects funded by Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment and Indian Council of Social Science. He has also acted as research consultant and he has served as a member in editorial board in various journals. He had published his articles 22 national journals and 22 international journals. We are happy to have you as a chief guest for the session, sir. Now the session is yours.
Thank you, ma'am. First of all, I would, ma'am, whether I am audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So first of all, I would like to thank the management and the principal and the department head of mathematics and all the faculty members and the IIC for providing me this wonderful opportunity. So today I am just going to give some sort of introductory things about NEP 2020 because NEP 2020 is a vast one. Even we have attended some 1 week workshop on this. So it is not possible to just have it within 1 hour, but we will just give an introductory part of this. So with this note, I'm just getting into the topic. Ma'am, is the screen visible?
Yes.
Okay. So, new educational policy 2020. So first we will see why the government is focusing more on the education now, because we all know that in the University of South Africa, in the entrance, it has been written that destroying any nation does not require the use of atomic bombs or the use of long-range missiles. It only requires lowering the quality of education and allowing cheating in the examinations by the students. So only this is enough to destroy a nation. So any nation, the growth or the development of the nation is depending on the education, the system of education, the quality of education. So that's why the government is taking stringent initiatives in order to bring quality education. So that's the background of this NEP 2020. And patients die at the hands of doctors. Building collapse at the hands of such engineers. When the quality is not there, this is what happens. Money is not at the hands of such economists. Humanity dies at the hands of such religious scholars. And justice is lost at the hands of such judges. The collapse of education is the collapse of the nation. So, anything which happens in the nation, if we see what will be the base, it will be the education. So, education is that much important for us to take care. So, why this NEP 2020? Because the quality of education in India is not as expected, right? It is not providing
subject card.
It is not
attendance.
the present education is not in the
போயிட்டு பாருங்க search attendance இருக்கு இல்லையா, அதை கிளிக் பண்ணீங்கன்னா மேல
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So, if you see the outcome, no, we are unable to provide a quality outcome. Outcome in sense, the students' skills, their employability. What is the purpose of having a course? No, we have a lot of outcomes, but that is whether those things are reached, so it is not authenticated. So the system is somewhat struggling. And why we are very much worried now? Because all the other developing nations had a very good system, and we are competing with them in a lot of other aspects. So here automatically there requires a need for change or a need for make this system compete with the global world, because we are presently living in a globalized world. So our students are unable to compete with the global things because of our education system. So based on all these things, only this new education policy has been brought. Just 1 minute. Yeah. So new education policy 2020 is India's third education policy after 1968 and 1986. So in 1968, there were some sort of changes were brought in the education system, and in 1986 there was some sort of changes they have made in our education system. But after that, we were unable to work on this important aspect. So now the government has taken initiative in order to bring a lot of changes in the education system. So with this, in 2017, it is headed by Kasturi Rangan, who prepared this new education policy, and he submitted the report to the government on 2019 May 31. And it was approved by the cabinet on July 29. And they have received a lot of suggestions from various stakeholders, right? Like from students, from parents, from educationalists, from every stakeholders. They have got suggestions, and there were mixed kind of suggestions. So nearly more than 2 lakh suggestions were received. So some were in favor and some were against this policy. But still, the government is very stringent in implementing this. School education. So this education policy, it tries to start with the school system and revamp everything, till the college, completion of a graduation. So in the school education system, now the structure is like this: 5+, 3+, 3 plus 4. So this pattern is followed. So if you see the foundation stage, no, it is 3 years preschooling, right? And 2 years will be the first and second standard. So this is what that first 5 years, we call it as the foundation stage. Okay. So this is what will be the pattern which will be implemented when NEP is completely implemented in the education system. So we can see here preschool period 3 years. So 3 years of preschooling, that age group will be 4, 5 and 6 years, right? So that 3 years will be fourth year, 5th year and 6th year. Then they will be completely, these children will be completely enrolled in play schools and Anganwadis, right? And there is no exams in this period, in this 3 years. And there is no uniform code, right? There is no uniform. So the next 2 years, that also comes under the foundation stage. The foundation stage is totally 5 years. So 3 years, that will be the preschooling, so before school. The next 2 years will be the schooling. So the schooling starts, that is the first standard and second standard. They get into the first standard and second standard. During that, their age group will be 7 and 8 years. And here also no examinations are conducted. But today we know even in LKG we have examinations. But in this system, there is no examinations for first years and second years. And there is no uniform code. Then preparatory stage, that is next 3 years. So in this 3 years, they will be in the age group of 9, 10 and 11 years. And they will be studying in 3rd, 4th and 5th standard. And here the examinations will be there. Right, in the preparatory stage, examinations will be there. And more of activity-based teachings will be taking place. More of activity-based learnings, right? And here, their preferable medium of instructions will be given. That is, the children can study in their mother tongue or the regional or national language, whichever they prefer. They can do it in this preparatory stage. And so it is not that it is very stringently it should be followed. No, schools can also teach in English language as well. No, they can even club both English also with that. So that is called as preparatory stage. Then comes the middle stage, another 3 years. So we have seen 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. So this is the next 3 years. So here they will be studying in the 6th, 7th and 8th standard. And the age group will be 12, 13 and 14 years. And here some sort of computer knowledges will be provided in this middle stage. And the children will be given kind of vocational and technical educations from class 6. So when they get into this middle stage, they will be given this vocational and technical educations, right? Some sort they can develop some sort of skills. So and one of the Indian languages to be taught at this stage. So in this middle stage, the students have to learn any one Indian language. So it may be Sanskrit, Malayalam, Kannada, or whatever it is. And it is also optional. No, there is no compulsion for that, but it is optional. So this is to make the students to have more languages such that they can get when they get job outside their local area, so they can very well accommodate it. And one beautiful thing is 10 days internship programs will be there in this middle stage. So these children will be given 10 days internship programs. So there will be a lot of topics related to their personality development, or it may be regarding some vocational or technical educations. So this internship training will be given in this stage. And the next is the secondary stage, 4 years. So classes 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th. So this comes under this stage. In this 15, 16, 17 and 18 years will be the age group. So here semester system of examinations will be followed. Okay. So every 6 months they will be having exams and no stream. Here there is no kind of specializations will be given here. But in the presently we have in 11th itself they will be having commerce group, computer science group, biological group like that. So in this NEP there won't be any kind of streams here, and there will be multiple subjects. They will learn a lot of subjects. So it will be they will be learning biology as well as commerce. So the multiple subjects they will be learning in this stage or period, and emphasis on critical thinking. So in this stage, the emphasis will be more on critical thinking. The activity or the teachings, everything will be based on such a thing that will create some sort of critical thinking among the students. So a lot of activities will be given. The students will be engaged in a lot of activities where they have to use their brain. They have to think critically, and they have to do those process. So that is emphasis which is given in this stage. And here the students are given an optional. They can learn one foreign language, right? So in the previous stage, in the middle stage, we have seen the students can learn any one Indian languages, right, which they prefer, and that is also optional. Here also opportunity is given for students. They can learn any one foreign language. Like today also we are having, the students can have what do you call it as a French, German, like that. So here also they can have any one option as foreign language. And regarding higher education, so this is our area. Regarding higher education, the structure of graduation, right? It will be the degree programs will be 3 years or 4 years, right? So the thing will be like this. For example, if a candidate completes the first year, see here, the MEP is given a lot of, it gives a lot of flexibility for the students. That means we know some students, they join first year and they are unable to continue the second year. So what happens? After some 2 or 3 years, if they want to again continue, it is not possible. So they have to just start from first year and they have to continue their education. But in NEP, that flexibility is given. The students can join at any time, right? So they can complete 1 year and they can, if they want to go for some employment, they can go. Or if they have some sort of any other commitments, like family commitment, they can quit. And after that, again, they can join and continue, right? So this is the structure of that kind of flexibility is given for the students. So when we take this degree program, normally degree program, even today we have 3 years. So 3 years when we take, if a candidate completes first year, so we will provide them with a certificate, right, for completing their first year. So if he is not able to continue, then keeping that certificate, he can go for some job, right? So that certificate helps him to get a job in that level, in that kind of salary, right? For example, if a candidate completes second year, then we will provide them with a diploma. And if the candidate completes third year, then we will give them the bachelor's degree. So here the students can even one is flexibility. That means whenever they want to study, they can study. First year they can complete. After some gap, again they can come and continue the second year and get a diploma degree. I mean, get a diploma certificate. And again, if they are unable, then they can go for job. After some 1 or 2 years, they can come and again they can join and complete their degree. So this is the flexibility given to them. On the other side, it is a kind of flexibility which is given to the students. Another thing is, if a student completes a degree here, first year he completes in Coimbatore. Second year, he can go and join in some other college in Gujarat, and he can complete his second year there, or he can continue his second year there. So that much flexibility is being given to the students in NEP 2020, right? And the fourth one is multidisciplinary bachelor's degree, right? After completing 4th year, right? So this is if a student, if he continues for another 1 year with research, right? So as I told you, the structure of graduation may be either 3 years or 4 years. So the 4th year, if a person is doing multidisciplinary bachelor's degree, that means he will be doing 1 year research additionally with the other degree programs. For example, after 3 years, he can continue with 1 year of research, right? So this degree is 4 years. So how this is going to help? For example, if a student wants to join PhD, right? So he has to do PG, right? Post-graduation. So 3 years UG and 2 years PG. So totally 5 years he has to spend. But under NEP 2020, if a student completes 4 years of degree course, UG degree course, where the last year will be research. So he can directly join to the PG. I'm sorry, he can directly join PhD. He doesn't need any PG. So that's why this 4 years degree course is being offered. And as I told you, multiple entry and exit point. So multiple entry exit point means at any time the student can join and any time they can quit, right? As I told you, first year they complete, they can quit. After some 1 or 2 years, again they can join, and after that they can quit. So this multiple entry and exit points, that kind of flexibility is being given in NEP 2020. And ABC, Academic Bank of Credits. So this ABC is a kind of digital store which keeps the credits earned by the students. For example, we have a account in our bank. So we put money in the bank, and whenever we want, wherever we are, we can draw that money. Similarly, a student can earn credits when he completes first year. For example, if a UG degree has 90 credits, right? Totally 3 years, 90 credits. So that means for each year 30 credits, right? 3 years, 90 credits. So if one student completes first year, then he earns 30 credits, and that 30 credits will be put in his bank. Which bank? Academic bank. So in this academic bank, he has earned 30 credits, right? And when he wants, whenever he wants to continue, he can go and show that credit. And because he has earned 30 credits already, he need not again continue his first year. So he can directly join the second year. So when he completes second year, now he has earned 60 credits, right? So the 60 credits are sometimes, whenever he goes to some other institution, the institution can, I'm sorry, the institution can authenticate that this candidate has 60 credits, so he can join the third year. So wherever, so this ABC is, it is a kind of bank, which is interlinked. It will be throughout the nation. So everywhere, wherever you go, any higher education, they can just witness your credits. So based on that, you can continue. The students can continue their education, right? So this is called ABC, Academic Bank of Credits. So all these things, the processes are going on, and the complete implementation of this NEP 2020 has to be completed before 2030 as per Government of India. So there are a lot of initiatives are taken by the government, and even some universities have started to create this academic bank of credits, and all those processes are going on. This is about this thing. So master degree program and PhD. So duration 1 year or 2 year. See, 2 years for those who have 3 years of bachelor's degree. As I told you, if you have completed 3 years of bachelor's degree, then you have to do 2 years of post-graduation, PG. If you have completed 4 years of undergraduate degree, then 1 year of PG is enough. If you complete 1 year, no, that is enough for your PG degree, because already 1 year you have done your research work in the undergraduation at the 4th year. So that's why here 1 year is enough for PG. And integrated 5 years bachelor's or master degree. So you can have integrated 5 years. So both UG and PG you can do at a time when you complete 5 years, right? So that is called as integrated thing. So there 4 years and here 1 year. So totally 5 years. And when we take MPhil, still some universities are continuing, but as quick as possible this will be discontinued. So there won't be any MPhil provided by the universities or institutions in the future. So in under NEP, this MPhil is not being offered. And PhD, it will be for 4 years. Okay, PhD will be for 4 years. So for undergoing PhD, they require either master's degree, or if you have completed that 4 years of bachelor's degree, right? If you complete UG with 4 years, then you can directly get enrolled into PhD. So this is what about master's program and PhD. And this is regarding education, that is B.Ed and other things. So this is not relevant, but still, we may have some of our friends or even our family members who may be interested in doing all these things. So we can give some idea what will be the future of education. So we will just go through this also. So its duration will be 4 years, 2 years and 1 year, right? So if one candidate completes 12th standard. Completes undergraduation for 4 years, or he has completed PG, then B.Ed they can do it for 1 year. So this is what regarding the B.Ed and all the admissions. So hereafter for bachelor's in education, that is after implementing complete implementation of NEP 2020, admissions for this B.Ed will be done only through NTA, that is National Testing Agency. So today you know all the NET exams are conducted, all sorts of exams, competitive exams are conducted under or by NTA, National Testing Agency. So from 2020 minimum degree, from 2030 minimum degree qualifications will be considered. The next one, quality universities and colleges. So NEP has lot of plans under their policy. So it wants multidisciplinary, it wants to start multidisciplinary universities. That means the universities with a lot of specializations, courses and colleges, at least one in every district or near to every district, right? And the medium of instruction will be in the local language or Indian languages, right? Then the gross enrollment ratio, right? The aim of NEP 2020 is to increase the gross enrollment ratio, that is putting the students into education system at least by 50% by 2035. Ma'am, my audio is okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So at least by 50% by 2035. Now it is 26.3% only. Into when we take 2018, the survey, the gross enrollment ratio is only 26.3%. So it has to be increased at least to 50%. So that is one of the main agenda behind NEP 2020. And moving towards a more multidisciplinary undergraduate education. So today we don't have that scope because the specialization concept starts from 11th standard. The students, they just study till the 10th, that will be under some sort of generic. But when they get into 11th standard, they get into some sort of specialized thing. They belong to some commerce based or vocational based or science based. So after which they can't change. So that kind of things are that will be changed in this NEP 2020. So here these students will have a lot of options to have that multidisciplinary undergraduate educations, right? They will be given flexibility. Today we are having a non-major elective, right? So the student of science can have something in arts. The students of arts can learn something in science. So that kind of flexibility. So that kind of multidisciplinary undergraduate education will be given more under this NEP 2020. and institutional autonomy. So here institutions will be given more autonomy. They say that they will be providing some sort of checks and balance will be there. That means when an institution keeps its accreditations continuously for some period of time, then they will be given the autonomy to provide their degrees on their own. So like that, there are a lot of systems have been given under this institutional autonomy. We will be seeing one or two things about this back also. And National Research Foundation. So there will be a research foundations will be there at the national level. So this will be purely funding the research projects. So it is not only at the PhD level or for the faculty members. So NEP is also focusing on undergraduate projects also. So even today we can see the government is providing under TNSCST, the government is providing funds for PG projects. So like that, under NEP, this National Research Foundation, it completely takes care of the funding of research projects for the academic fraternity. And institutional restructuring and consultations, right? So we know that we have a lot of bodies today, starting from NAC, NIRF. We have a lot of bodies, and we have our own the Tamil Nadu educational system, right? And we have UGC on the other side. So a lot of bodies are there, and each one is giving a lot of instructions, and we are taking care. And sometimes there are a lot of conflicts taking place when UGC is telling something and when the local government is telling something. There are a lot of confusions or mismatches are taking place. So under NEP, so 3 types of higher educational institutions they want to have it. They divide the whole higher education system into 3. One is research intensive universities. That means those universities which gives more emphasis on both teaching and research. So equal importance. How they are giving importance for teaching, the same way they give importance for research. So there is there is more or less equal importance given to these both. So that kind of universities are called as research intensive universities. Next, teaching intensive universities. So here more these kind of universities which gives more emphasis on teaching, but still they will be doing some small part of research. It is not that teaching intensive universities means they will only focus on teaching alone. Yes, they will be also doing some sort of research also, but that won't be much more intensive. So that's why it is called as teaching intensive universities. And the last one is autonomous degree granting colleges. Autonomous degree granting colleges. So these colleges, they primarily focus on providing undergraduate degrees, right? So they themselves provide degrees and they run only this undergraduate programs. So these are the 3 types of higher education institutions under NEP 2020. And as we see, as I told you earlier, the colleges, that is the autonomy, the autonomous degree granting colleges. So now we see colleges are affiliated to universities, right? So this concept of affiliation is under NAP will not be there. That means the complete autonomy will be given for the educational institutions, but there will be some sort of checks and balance. They can come out of their affiliations when they maintain certain accreditation. So that's why state-wise mechanism is being implemented by the NAP. So based on this, how the colleges perform, right? So based on their performance, the affiliation may be cancelled and they may be given the autonomy to take care of all the things on their own. So the complete autonomy will be given to the college. And over a period of time, that college develops into an autonomous. For example, if a college is affiliated, slowly when the college maintains that grading system, that accreditation which is expected under NEP 2020, then the college will be given that kind of autonomy to grant degrees on their own, right? Or they can be a constituent college of a university, either, right? They can be just a part of the university. Then, as I told you, all the higher education institutions will first plan to become a multidisciplinary by 2030. So here the main importance of NEP or the emphasis of NEP is to provide the multidisciplinary learning, right, or education system. So the education system should be much more multidisciplinary, right? So that's why before 2030, all the educational higher educations, they have to make themselves as a multidisciplinary higher education institutions. So it is just like this, what that the distance education is being provided or offered by the universities, right? But in that also, the NEP gives some sort of regulations that they have to maintain some sort of accreditations continuously. Only if they maintain that accreditation, they can run the distance education, right? So some of the universities, if they are not maintaining their accreditations, right, then they may not able to provide this distance education courses. So this is another initiative by under NEP 2020, and we see that phasing out the system of affiliated colleges over a period of 15 years through a system of graded autonomy. So this affiliation system, now lot of colleges, the universities are having more than 100, 150 colleges affiliated to it, and the maintaining the quality, taking care or doing some sort of vigilance, the university finds this very difficult. So this the NEP thinks that this is one kind of thing in the system which it has to change, and there should be some sort of quality control over the colleges. So what is the plan is to just remove this system of affiliating colleges for over a period of 15 years. Now, another 15 years, we can expect that this affiliation of college systems may not be there. Okay, and all colleges currently affiliated to universities shall attain the required benchmarks over time to secure the prescribed accreditation benchmarks and eventually become autonomous degree granting colleges. So, currently affiliated colleges which are affiliated to the universities, they can have some benchmarks. That means under NAC, under NIRF, and under IIC. So when they maintain certain score over a period of time, so that means they are able to maintain a quality education. So they can be given the autonomy to provide degree on their own. So we call this autonomous degree granting colleges. So they can go to that level. The colleges can go to that level when they maintain that benchmarks which are provided by the NEP 2020. And the present nomenclatures. So we know that we have a lot of nomenclatures. We call deemed universities and affiliating universities, unitary universities. There are a lot of nomenclatures presently. So under any NEP 2020, everything, all the nomenclatures will be removed and replaced simply by university. Okay, so the name will be university. There won't be any terminology like deemed university or affiliating university like that. So it will be purely deemed university. And there are a lot of thing also under NEP. What they say, if university is having a very good benchmark of what the NEP says, they can be a mentor for other institutions, right? They can be a mentor for other institutions. So this is also another point which is under NEP. So towards a more holistic and multidisciplinary education. So the NEP tries to move towards this. It wants to provide a holistic education, also with a multidisciplinary education. So for which model public universities, right, which are at par with IITs and IIMs, right, called MERU, multidisciplinary education and research universities, will be set up by the government. So the government, in order to provide a holistic and multidisciplinary education, it is going to come with universities called as MERU, that is multidisciplinary education and research universities. So this will be set up throughout the nations, which will enhance this quality and multidisciplinary education. And this higher education institutions will focus on research. This MERU, it will focus on research and innovations, because we lack a lot in research and innovation. So just to build that part, this MERU will be focusing on this research and innovations. And given the scenario of pandemic and epidemics, the NEP gives the opportunities for higher educational institutions to get into research in the areas of infectious diseases, epidemiology, virology, diagnostics. So like this, even vaccinology, so for finding vaccines. So before this NEP, it was not much encouraged the only the medical universities or the medical research organizations are provided with such kind of research opportunities. But here in higher education institutions also these kinds of research can be done. And optimal learning environment and support for students. So this is another aim of NEP. So providing an optimal learning environment for the students and also appropriate supports for learning for the students. So in order to promote that, see, the students need to be creative, and the institutions and faculties all they have to join and work towards this. So for doing that, the autonomy has to be given, right? So under NEP 2020, it gives the autonomy, right, for the faculty members to have to innovate new curriculum or pedagogy or assessment on their own. So here a faculty can decide her own assessment mechanism or her own pedagogy of teaching, right? So that kind of autonomy is given, so which helps to have a very good optimum learning environment and support services to the students. Then choice-based credit system, already we have it, but NEP wants to completely revive it, right? The present CBCS system has to be completely revived. Then another important thing in NEP 2020 is the NEP 2020 says that the higher education institutions have to move from the present grading system to the criterion-based grading system. So what do you mean by criterion-based grading system? Here, the students will be graded not based on the comparison with the other students. So today we grade or we provide them the first class based on the mark which they got, right? For example, if a student gets 70 mark, 70 mark is the highest mark in the class. So he is the first mark. So this is not the way of grading which NEP says. NEP says the grading of students should happen compared to what the student's performance was there previously and what he is now. Based on that, we have to grade the student. So last semester the student performance was this, and now he has improved to this level. So his grade is this, right? So based on the performance of the students, the grading has to be given, not based on comparing the student with the other student, and grading should be given. So this is another important initiative. And under NEP, all the academic plans, it may be starting from the curriculum or the classroom teaching, whatever it is, everything should be coming under the institutional development plan. So every institutions have to frame an institutional development plan, so under which they have to state all their academic, curricular, the teaching, assessment, everything they have to completely provide their plan under this IDP. See, another important thing under NEP is internationalization. That is, So when the NEP is trying to make our system compete with the global things, so then automatically we have to I'm sorry, we have to accommodate the foreign students also. So international students office will be set up in higher educational institutions, and they will be taking care of the international students. And top 100 universities in the world will be facilitated to operate in India. So we call it as franchising. So we know if you go to Malaysia, we have University of East London, right? If you go to Australia, there are some universities of the American universities are there. So that means they franchise their universities in different countries. Similarly, in India also, under NEP, the government is planning to bring the top 100 universities, their institutions, they can start their institutions in India. So we can imagine, right, what happens when developed country, that to top 100 universities, they start their universities in India. And so we have to be in par with them. So automatically we have to improve our benchmarks. We have to maintain our quality. If not, we will be lost, right? So this is another kind of thing to motivate ourselves. When people are there, competition is there, so we will try to maintain our quality. I'm extremely sorry for the inconvenience. And high-performing Indian universities will be encouraged to start up campus in other countries. It is not that foreign universities are allowed to start their campus in India. It is reversely also. The Indian top universities in India, which are highly performing with high quality education system, they will be allowed to start, right, institutions or universities in other countries, as I told you, like Malaysia, Australia. So we can start our countries there. And yes, so when this NEP is implemented, so automatically the credit systems which a candidate earns in a foreign university, he can that can be accommodated in Indian universities also, right? So because here that we also have the academic bank of credits. So we can see how far their credit system is matching to our credit system, and based on that the degrees can be awarded for the foreign students also, right? So very important point very important point in education, or important stakeholder in education is the faculty. So we need a motivated, energized and capable faculty. So without which we can't run an education institution, right? So if the faculties are not maintaining quality, then the system of education will not be a quality one. So if the system of education is not quality, then the children going out of the educational institutions will not be a suitable or good citizens of this nation. I mean, good citizen means they don't have the capability to work. So when they are not working, then they may get into a different track. So it affects the nation as a whole. There will be lot of unproductive and unemployed youths, right? Which is not good for the nation. So faculty is very important for implementing this NEP 2020. So every classroom shall have access to the latest educational technology. So we have to provide the latest technology in all classrooms. Then faculty will be appointed to individual institutions and generally not to be transferred across institutions. So once one faculty is appointed, they may not be transferred. Like schools, there will be a lot of transfers. So that will not be done. And faculties will be given freedom to design their own curriculum. Already we have seen. And the pedagogical approaches within the appropriate framework. So they can decide their own way of teaching, their own way of assessing these students. So everything they can do it. And faculty members doing excellent work in research, teaching, or in any other field will be rewarded. So this reward systems will be brought under this NEP 2020. Now itself we know we have API, right? So academic performance indicators. So when a faculty performs or get a very good score in API, now they are provided with incentives. So now it has been implemented in all universities, also in government colleges, everywhere. So that's what. So reward system and promoted. So appropriate promotions will be given based on that, and recognitions and movement into educational leadership. So here leaderships also to the higher positions, HOD, then director, like that. That kind of thing will also be given to the faculty under this NEP 2020. Then current recruitment process will be continued, and those who are having a very good track record will be provided with recruitment, and fast track promotion system. So here promotions will be very rapid based on their research and contributions. So how far they are contributing. So there won't be much what you call it as time for promotion and all. So this much year you have to complete, that much year. So if a candidate is doing excellent, so promotions will be given in a fast manner. And excellent faculty with high academic and service credentials, as well as demonstrated leadership and management skills, will be identified early and trained through a ladder of leadership positions. So here, lot of training programs for those faculties who are really doing an excellent job. So they will be identified by the higher education institutions, and they will be provided appropriate training such that they can be placed in the leadership positions in the future. And transforming the regulatory system of higher education, I will just complete within 5 minutes. So we see that there are a lot of what you call it as bodies. So under higher educational, we have NAC, NIRF, UGC. There are a lot of bodies. So under NEP 2020, all these things will be brought up under HECI, Higher Education Commission of India. So under that, they will be having National Higher Education Regulatory Council, which takes care of all the higher education institutions in the country, right? And it takes care of all the infrastructure, faculty, everything will be taken care by this NHERC. So this comes under Higher Education Commission of India, and under Higher Education Commission of India, the next one is NAC. Okay, so the NAC will be there under this, which will be taking care of the accreditation of the higher education institutions. And another thing is, as I told you, see, if the highest level of accreditation, if an institution gets over a period of time, then they will be granted with self-governing degree granting institutions, right? So these things will be under NAC. And Higher Education Grants Council. So this completely takes care of the scholarship and the development funds, the funding, everything will be taken care by this. And the GEC, General Education Council. So this completely takes care of the learning framework, that is the curriculum will be taken care, because under this we have National Higher Education Qualification Framework. So even now the model curriculum we have got from this NHEQF. So this comes under General Education Council, so which takes care of about the curriculum complete, right? So thank you. With this, I have completed. I'm sorry, I was a bit not feeling well. So I was now and then there was a bit disturbance from my side. So it's done from my part. Over to.
So thank you, sir. Thank you for enlightening us with your knowledge. A grateful heart. A grateful heart is a magnet for miracles.
Sorry, ma'am. Sorry. Thank you, ma'am, for this wonderful opportunity given to me. And I once again thank the management, principal, and the organizers, the head of the Department of Mathematics, IIC of the college, and all the participants. Thank you once again. Thank you.
A grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. On this day, I feel grateful to thank our management and our principal for rendering this support for organizing the session as a successful one. I extend my sincere thanks to our guest speaker, Dr. L. Ranjit, for sparing his time for us. I would like to thank Mrs. S. Gaunti, Head Department of Mathematics, and Mrs. S. Selvajayanti, IIC Coordinator, for organizing this program. I also extend my sincere thanks to all the staff members and students for being part of this program. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I can leave now, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.